Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Katherine Young and I'm a creative. And today we are kind of doing a battle royale of the vintage markets. Now, I went to two pop-up vintage markets in the Twin Cities area of Minnesota, and both of them were very clothing heavy. And we're going to talk about the two different markets. We're going to compare and contrast them. Both of them, I did pick up early bird tickets. So I was able to go in early, the first hour, with fewer shoppers. And let's get into it, shall we? Now, I went to the Minneapolis Vintage Market, as well as the Twin Cities True Vintage Show. Okay, so first up is the Minneapolis Vintage Market. Now, I've actually been to this show before. It felt like there were less vendors this time, but it still had quite the crowd walking in. There were a lot of people there. I was probably one of the older people there. Most of the crowd was in like their 20s, and that's really cool to see. I love seeing younger generations getting into vintage.
There is so much 80s and 90s clothing at this pop-up market. But I still found some vintage decor. Oh, I love that. It's so cute. Isn't this neat? I really like this one. What do I spy here? Oh yeah, we're gonna grab this. Ooh, what is this? I love a blingy brooch. Oh, $5 brooches? Don't mind if I do. Amazing price on this gorgeously detailed bag. All beaded, very heavy. Beautiful inside lining too. Now we are headed upstairs. And as you can see, it's really a lot of clothing vendors. I love this knit set. It is so cute. This is one of the first places I have seen that had sizing. Most booths are not size inclusive at all. Lots of vintage t-shirt gold here, for sure.
So this show was really curated around 90s, which isn't super duper my jam because I feel like 90s clothing is still pretty easy to thrift. And so when I see a show that is a lot of 90s and even Y2K fashion, it just doesn't get me super excited because I don't feel like the finds are super duper curated. I feel like it's something I could still go pick up at any local thrift store. And as I mentioned in the video, I was super annoyed that there were so few booths with sizing incorporated. That's not size inclusive at all, and that was really disappointing to see. Because if you have stuff from the 90s, you absolutely know what size it is. And I get that it's beautiful to see like all these colors put together and to make your booth like aesthetically pleasing, but it is not size inclusive. I should know walking into your booth if there's only 3 pieces that will fit me. I should be able to know that instead of having to go through the hundreds of pieces you have just to find out that maybe you don't even have a piece that's in my plus size. That's just a common courtesy of size inclusivity. And I feel like a lot of like the younger vintage shows geared towards the 90s, geared towards shoppers in their 20s, they missed the mark on that. And I've found that at multiple vintage shows I have gone to and reviewed on this channel. That being said, I did find some gems. Now, I did pay up for this, but I found a jewelry casket. It's a good size. It's a fun shape. Mid-century. I did pay $20 for it, but I'm excited to offer this for resale. Jewelry caskets fly on my sales. People love them, so I'm excited that I got to pick this up to offer for resale. So I thought that was a great find. And then I did find 2 brooches that I absolutely loved. This one right here and this one right here. I love these style of brooches. They're a little more crude, but I'm even actually wearing one this style right now. I think these are probably my favorite style brooches. There's something about the crudeness that I think kind of is striking, and I thought these were great deals. All right, next up, I went to the Twin Cities True Vintage Show. There wasn't as much of a line when I got there, but oof, it was much colder that day. So I noticed that the age median demographic was definitely my age or older. And this show really touted the fact that the items curated there were 1970s or older. So that is a different type of vintage curation. That is pretty, it's not easy to thrift. Let me just tell you that. You can't just walk into any thrift store and find items from 50 plus years ago. It's not as easy. So I was really excited about this because for me, that is a higher level of curation.
You know I love a good vintage purse, so I had to check out these Enid Collins purses. This one had gone through some heat damage, it appeared, but it was still really cool. The garments here were so inspirational. Really got my juices flowing. I want to make one of these coats someday. I thought this Victorian belt was absolutely amazing. It's actually pretty long. I was very impressed by how long it was. This booth was out of this world. They had amazing pieces from the Edwardian era, Victorian, 1920s, 1930s. This booth was a real treat to see. Looking at these pieces was sheer inspiration. I mean, look at that. The fact that these pieces have even survived, I find absolutely incredible. They had some absolutely spectacular vintage purses. I was in heaven looking at all these beautiful pieces they had. There was a vendor that had a ton of gorgeous ephemera. It was so neat to see. There was exquisite purses at this show. I couldn't believe it. Many I've never seen before in person, not this caliber. I loved this purse. Whew, so good. I'm a sucker for any kind of ladies' lingerie. This was a theater costume, but I thought it was absolutely exquisite. I loved the cape. And this is the booth of the Accidental Aquarium. You might follow them on Instagram. Love the Mourning pieces in here. Gorgeous Victorian locket. I love it. And it comes with instant ancestors. This vendor did an amazing job. They really showcased their work in a truly unique way. They really merchandised it uniquely. And they did a lot of upcycling of vintage pieces to create something new. I just loved it. I thought they were so unique. I really just wanted to show you a bunch of the pieces they have made. Real treasures. Really, really unique and stunning.
All right, so you probably know by now, I loved this show way more, but really it just comes down to personal preference. This is more my jam, more things I'm excited about. I love seeing curated vintage that I can't thrift. It makes me more excited. I know the dealers have more knowledge, have worked harder to find the items to bring them in front of me, and that really just gets my vintage junk trunk heart going. Also because the items were older. I mean, we're talking stuff back to the Victorian era. I'm not so bothered about the lack of sizing. There still was more sizing and more size inclusivity at this show than the previous one, but these pieces are really, truly one of a kind. Finding a dress from the 1890s to the 1910s, you will never find another one of those dresses. It was handmade and handmade for the individual. So I don't necessarily expect them to have racks of sizing. And maybe that's unfair on my part to not hold one show so high in regard to size inclusivity and hold another show in high regard. But when you just look at the eras and the quality of the product and the ability to showcase sizing, more modern clothes, you can easily showcase sizing. So that's kind of my thought process around that. It doesn't bother me that a dress from the Edwardian era doesn't have sizing on it, where a t-shirt from the 90s, I feel like there should be sizing on the racks. So I did pick up some amazing pieces. Now I picked up this and the red gloves, the red gloves. So if you watch my channel, you know I do ephemera shares. I'll be sure to link that below. And when I do the ephemera shares, I wear gloves, and I've been looking for a pair of red gloves. So I was really excited about this find. Hadn't found a pair yet. There were lots of amazing gloves at this show. Most didn't fit my hands, which were so sad. Oh my gosh, those blue and white ones, I was so heartbroken that they didn't fit my hands. But these red gloves fit, and they will for sure show up in an upcoming ephemera share. Now, they had some great deals on brooches. So I've got one for myself, and it is this one. I thought this was gorgeous. I love the crescent moon shape. So this one I will be keeping. I thought that was a steal of a deal at $8. Next brooch I picked up for resale and is this awesome 1930s piece. It's so graphic, so fun. So I thought this was a really great find. It's some kind of plastic, but really, really fun. I picked up a 2-piece Victorian belt buckle. I might use it for my projects. I might resell it. I thought it was gorgeous. I got another brooch that I might use this in a brooch Christmas tree because it's a cool star for the top and it has a lot of dead stones. So I actually picked this up thinking about making a Christmas tree star out of it. And then I got an older piece. So this is Victorian. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this as a Christmas tree star, but that's kind of what I thought when I picked it up. It's much smaller though. So it might be for resale. I might wear it in combination with a moon. So then you have like a star and a moon on. I think that's really cool. We'll see what I do with it. Now, I just had to show you this. This is a business card from somebody that was there, one of the vendors. And I just thought it was so cute with the bobby pins. The branding at this show was really great. And the reason I found out the branding was so great was because a graphic designer was doing the branding, and you might recognize the name. The Accidental Aquarian was doing the branding of the shows. So I got to speak with her. She is very well known on Instagram, amazing, amazing pieces. I actually recognized some of the pieces in their booth and was like, wait, I follow you on Instagram. So I picked up a piece from them. I'll be sure to link them below, but super duper exciting to get to meet them because they have killer pieces. All right, and let me show you what I got. I'm really excited about this piece. This I will be keeping, but I am a sucker for a locket. I love lockets so, so much. And look at this one. It has a wonderful festoon swoop, big, gorgeous Victorian locket, big, chunky chains. Oh, I am so excited about this piece. I can't wait to wear it. It was super exciting to run into the Accidental Aquarian. I follow her account. I greatly enjoy it. So, Oh, this is such a beautiful piece. So very excited about this. Okay, so the next piece I picked up, I looked at and thought was amazing. I thought it was absolutely beautiful, but I was completely wrong as to what I thought it was. I thought this was a makeup compact. It is not. It is a photo. How unique is this piece? Wow, with velvet and the bullion. So cool. So this says, on the Potomac, Virginia, a soldier. That's what it says. So I thought this was so amazing. Such an amazing piece. I've never really seen a photo case like this. This will be staying in my personal collection. And I'm just in love with this. This is amazing. And the last item I picked up is a personal bucket list item, and it is this gorgeous Chatelain purse. So fantastic. So amazing. It is double-sided with the design. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, I did shine this up a little. Usually I don't shine things up. Usually I keep the patina, but I think this looks great. Shined up a little more silver. I have been looking for a Chatelain purse like this, and these can go for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So I got a good deal on this. I even got a discount from what they were asking for the purse. And because this is an item I've been looking for a couple of years, I just went for it because I thought the price was great. And for how beautiful and ornate this was, I thought this was a spectacular find. I would expect this to be $300 or $400, not what I paid. So I was very excited about this, adding this one to my personal collection as well. And that is it, y'all. That is all the goodies, the comparing and contrasting, and oh goodness, it was really fun checking out these two shows. And yes, I had a clear favorite. I loved the Twin Cities True Vintage Show, but it was fun to go check both out. Please let me know in the comments below what your favorite items you saw were, which show was more your jam. And if you like vintage, thrifting, creative projects, and more, please subscribe. And if you ring that bell, you'll be the first to know when I next upload. All right, y'all, stay creative and bye.